everyone, thank you for joining me on my channel. So today I'm going to show you a quick and easy recipe that you can do, especially if you're a busy mom like me. Today we're going to try to make sausage ravioli casserole. And if you're a mom, you know casseroles can go a long way. So here's the recipe right here, if I can get it to focus. There we go. And it asks for Italian style sausage filled ravioli, green giant sliced mushrooms, zucchini, pepperoni slices, roasted tomato and garlic pasta sauce, Swiss cheese, and Italian seasoning if desired. And then you heat the oven to 350 in a large bowl, mix all the ingredients, all of that. So my dad doesn't like zucchini, so we're substituting summer squash. And we weren't able to find the sausage ravioli, so we're substituting the beef ravioli, which will be just as good. So if you don't like sausage, you don't like beef, and you like the ricotta or the mushroom, you can substitute whatever kind of ravioli you want. And then we're going to use these mushrooms, and we are going to use the Prego Italian sausage and garlic pasta sauce. So right now we're washing and prepping the summer squash. Almost a summer sausage. So, and that's my mom. Say hi. Hi. So while my mom is chopping those squash up, I'm preheating the oven, and instead of mixing everything in the large bowl, we're just going to mix, of course it says except for the cheese, but instead of mixing it in a large bowl, we're just going to mix it in our pan. And here is the dish that we are going to use, because there's 5 of us and we usually prepare enough to make sure that there's leftovers for my dad's lunch for the next day. So if you need leftovers for your lunch, your husband's lunch, significant other, your kids, whatever, this recipe can go a long way, and you can easily adjust it to your own taste, however you like, just like we're not using the zucchini and the summer squash instead. So instead of leaving them in rounds, my mom is cutting them into smaller pieces. Are you going to leave them like that, or are you going to cut them smaller than that, Mom?
Cut them in half again.
She's going to cut them in half again, like that. And I think that would be better. So you can cut them to the size you want. Of course, you know, squash does get a little bit smaller as it reduces in the heat. However, if you have little ones, you don't want big chunks for them to choke on, so you know you're going to want them probably a little bit smaller than that. And if you have picky husbands, significant other, or kids, and they don't really like squash, but you really want to put this in the recipe to make it healthier, then cut it up even smaller than you would for a little kid, and they'll never know. Just tell them it's part of the cheese. I used to, and it worked. The recipe calls for these to be thawed. We did not thaw them, so we are going to boil them for about 5 minutes. Mom has put the squash in the pan, and she has drained and added the sliced mushrooms to this, and now we're just waiting for the water to come to a boil so we can throw the raviolis in there and boil them for about 5 minutes, and then we will add them to the dish. We're boiling the raviolis for about 5 minutes since we didn't defrost them. Now we're adding pepperoni, and we've already added the ravioli. Next, after we're done adding the pepperoni, we're going to add the sauce and then mix it all together. And now we're adding the sauce. And mixing it all together. And I'm glad my mom's doing that, because I would make a mess. I'd already have it everywhere. So we're going to sprinkle with Italian seasoning. And remember, Italian seasoning is optional. You don't have to put it on. And then we're going to sprinkle it with cheese. which I thought it was pretty cool that it said shredded Swiss cheese for the recipe instead of mozzarella. Let's see, where's it at? Got a little bit of pasta sauce on it. See? Shredded Swiss cheese. And the cool thing I noticed is it can be made the night before and just cover it and put it in the refrigerator until it's time to bake. So if you're meal prepping, you can easily make this and stick it in the fridge. You can also go ahead and bake it and stick it in the freezer, and then you just have to warm it up in the oven. And you can put as much or as little cheese as you like. Our family, we're super cheesy. We're putting our glass dish onto a cookie sheet so that way if it bubbles over, it does not make a mess in the oven. And now we're placing the casserole into the oven at 350 to 40 to 50 minutes or until hot and bubbly. Looking good. So my mom covered it because she didn't want to get burnt, even though the recipe didn't call for it, because as you see, some of the pasta started to burn a little bit. And that is how it looks. Now we're going to let it set up so it's not too watery when we first get it and everything slide off. And we'll show you how it is while we're eating. So here's my bowl, and Nathaniel's already chowing down, as you can see. How is it, buddy? Yep. Give it 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs way up. All right. How are you liking dinner, Annalise?
Really good.
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs way up. All right. So I thought I would add that the squash was still a little bit undercooked. So next time we make this, we're going to saute it in a pan with some onions, and they'll be very delicious. And the jury's kind of out on the Swiss cheese on the raviolis. So we're thinking next time we'll add a mozzarella or the 4 Italian cheese or 5 Italian cheese, whatever it's called. And we're going to try it that way. So I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day, and God bless.
And if you like this video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe.